The sprinkler snaps to life and a wall of cold needles hits a barefoot stampede of kids. Squeals, skid marks, grass stuck to shins. A chrome-fendered Schwinn blurs past the hose, baseball cards stuttering in the spokes like a tiny engine. Across the fence, a kettle grill breathes smoke. Dad flips a burger and flames lick higher than they should. Someone yells, "Whoa!" And that's when the ice cream truck's bell cuts through the block like a magic spell. Moms slide Pyrex from ovens, a radio crackles with a brand new 45, and a card table flowers with jello that wobbles like neon. This is the 1950s summer you can smell. Charcoal, cut grass, sun-warmed rubber tires, and we're diving straight into it. Backyard bragging rights decided by croquet blades, bike rodeos chalked on school asphalt, block parties that shut the street and set it humming. And if you think the sprinkler sprint is wild, wait till we hit the backyard luau's with tiki torches, the spoke parade on the 4th, and the garage Tupperware demo that secretly fuels the whole feast. 30 bite-sized memories, rapid fire, like bottle caps flicking across a sidewalk, each one a little time machine. Background. Boom. Bulldozers bite into farmland and overnight rows of near-identical homes sprout like mushrooms after rain. It's the late 1940s into the 1950s, and whole neighborhoods appear at once. Sidewalks poured, saplings staked, carports gleaming. Families roll up with GI Bill mortgages, station wagons, and a brand new problem: what to do with a yard. The answer becomes a culture, grills, games, and gatherings that spill from porch to pavement. Saturday means a hiss of charcoal and a dad in an apron with a space-age kettle grill, a gadget that promises steakhouse magic in your own patch of grass. Kitchen counters sparkle with the future. Tupperware burping fresh, Pyrex glowing in cheerful patterns, electric mixers humming as jello molds set in the fridge like edible sculpture. The home is a workshop, a stage, a party engine, soundtrack, small and spinning. The 45 RPM single turns living rooms into dance floors and driveways into discotheques. Portable record players thump out Elvis and Little Richard while kids practice the hand jive in saddle shoes. Meanwhile, tiny transistors sneak radio into shirt pockets, and the neighborhood gets a pulse you can carry. On the sidewalks, the baby boom means troops of kids who travel in packs, on bikes, on skates, barefoot and sun-freckled. Schwinns gleam with chrome and swagger. Baseball cards clip the spokes. Clothespins make horsepower. Paper routes at dawn, bike rodeos at noon, crepe paper parades by dusk. America falls hard for instant photos that peel and reveal before your eyes. Instant backyard vacations with tiki torches and faux Polynesian punch bowls. Instant play when the sprinkler arcs across a lawn. Fads flare and spread. Hula hoops whirl around every waist, and a plastic flying disc hops from college quad to cul-de-sac. City blocks learn a new trick. Shut the street, lose the traffic, gain a party. Sawhorses become gates. Card tables become buffets. A knot of extension cords becomes a bandstand. Civic groups and neighbors coordinate like clockwork because everyone's home, everyone's close, and everyone's hungry. That's the stage. Now we're diving into the moments themselves. 30 slice-of-life flashes you can practically touch. And trust me, a couple of these are about to get delightfully out of hand. Flames lick up like they've got opinions, and Dad's got the long tongs, the apron, and the swagger. The lid burps smoke as burgers hiss. Fat pops, neighbors cheer, and someone shouts, "Flip!" right as a patty tries to make a break for the lawn. The shiny new kettle looks like it landed from outer space, and the backyard smells like victory. Charcoal, pepper, and a hint of singed eyebrow. Mom checks buns, kids hover for the first bite, and, oh boy, wait till you see what the tiki torches do later. A rainbow wobbles on the card table. Jello rings with canned fruit suspended like tiny aliens. lime green stacks beside orange sunbursts. Nearby, deviled eggs wear a dusting of paprika like tiny crowns. Aunt Rosie guards the recipe card like it's classified, swatting hands with a serving spoon when anyone reaches early. The fridge door keeps opening for just one more peek at a gelatin mold that still hasn't set. It's all sweet, tangy, and strangely glamorous, like dessert-learned ballroom dance. Hang tight, the garage Tupperware demo is about to fuel this buffet. Clack, clack, clack. Bright plastic plates stack like poker chips, light enough for a kid to carry 10 at a time. Someone drops one on the patio and it simply ricochets, no harm done. The colors are full crayon bold, mint, coral, lemon, turning the picnic into a candy store you can eat off. No one's worried about broken dishes or fancy place settings. These are plates built for double scoops and second helpings. Fork scrape, ketchup drips. The hose runs to rinse everything. Save your applause. Those unbreakable cups are about to meet a runaway croquet ball. 2 sawhorses, a splintery plank, and the most persuasive 6-year-old CFO on the block. A hand-painted sign flashes lemonade 5 cents. The pitcher sweats, and the paper cups stick to small, damp hands. Coins clink into a cigar box as bikes screech to a halt like thirsty Mustangs. The squeeze ratio, a little chaotic. The sugar, generous, but every neighbor pays with a smile. And Mom returns the cups later, rinsed and stacked. When the block party ramps up, this stand will pivot. Watch that price jump when the ice runs low and the band gets loud. The lawn becomes a battleground in sensible shoes. Croquet balls thock through wire wickets with surgical spite. Cousins plotting bank shots like pool sharks. Someone always claims the yard slopes. Someone else insists on house rules. On the far side, a badminton birdie floats like a friendly UFO until Uncle Gene spikes it, shouting, "Sorry," while obviously not sorry. Lines blur, arguments bloom, and a rogue ball rolls into the lilacs. The only ceasefire is called for watermelon slices. Keep your eye on those wickets. One is about to meet a rogue sprinkler and pure chaos. The hose arcs a rainbow, and the sprinkler chatters like a tiny typewriter, punching holes in the afternoon heat. Kids explode across the lawn, feet slapping wet grass, squeals slicing the air. Someone brave sprints straight through the cold wall and emerges a superhero. Towel cape flapping, hair plastered, eyes wide. The dog joins, spins, and shakes a storm onto everyone. Moms shout about "don't slip," which of course means someone does, skids safe, and pops up laughing. The best part? That moment the sun hits the spray just right. The worst? Grandma's curlers getting misted, bamboo skewer forest, pineapple rings on ham, and a bowl of punch that tastes like vacation. Dad's in an aloha shirt that could stop traffic. Paper lays multiply until even the clothesline looks festive. Tiki torches flicker, beautiful, theatrical, and just a little too close to the hedge. The record player drops an island tune and suddenly everyone sways, including the neighbor who swears he can hula. He cannot. A breeze nudges a torch and, hold that breath, Mom lunges with a garden hose like a superhero. Crisis averted. The hedge lives. The party roars louder. "Don't move!" Click, whir. The camera spits out a damp square that smells like the future. Everyone gathers as if it's a campfire, watching the ghostly image darken. First shadows, then faces, then the kid mid-sneeze who'll never live it down. Prints get waved in the air like speeding tickets, then clipped to a line with clothespins so cousins can point and shriek. A stack forms on the picnic table labeled "Keepers," "Trade," and "Oh no, burn that." The best shot? Grandpa laughing with mustard on his tie. The worst? Well, that's going in the trade. Dusk softens everything. The porch swing creaks a lullaby while a box fan hums from the window, pulling evening in like a friendly tide. Jars clink, lids off, and kids chase blink-blink fireflies across the lawn, scooping stars into glass. Citronella candles thrum with mosquitoes who forgot to read the label. Far off, a radio mutters a ball game. Close by, Grandma tells a story that's definitely true, except for the parts that aren't. The air smells like cut grass and after rain. You'd bottle it if you could. Don't get too sleepy. Dessert wheels are coming. Bell, bell. Every pocket gets turned inside out. Couch cushions rated in world record time. The truck lumbers to the curb like a frosty parade float. Menu plastered with heroes. Rocket pops. Chocolate vanilla eclairs, soft serve swirls leaning like tiny tornadoes. The smallest kid buys a cone and stares at it like treasure. The biggest kid takes two and negotiates a bite-for-bite treaty. Drips race toward knuckles, napkins surrender. Somewhere, Mr. Softy's crown topples right onto a sneaker. Tragic, delicious, and just wait till tomorrow. Crepe paper bike parades and spoke-rattling shenanigans are about to steal the show. Chrome that shines like a mirror, a tank horn that squawks, white wall tires fat as donuts. The Schwinn feels less like a bike and more like a throne on springs. You mount up, grip the cruiser bars, and the neighborhood shrinks beneath your shadow. Heavy? Sure, but momentum is a superpower, and once you're rolling, curbs tremble. A coaster brake growls. The Springer fork eats bumps for breakfast. Every driveway's a runway, every sidewalk a parade route, and just wait, those spokes are about to wear fireworks made of crepe paper. Clothespin, downstroke, rawr, instant motorcycle. Stats sacrificed, faces blurred, cardboard heroes trading Cooperstown for raw horsepower. The racket is half thunder, half bee swarm, and twice as cool. Once in a while, a rare card sneaks into the clip and mom scolds, "Not the mantle!" Too late. The neighborhood already heard you coming 3 blocks away. Friends tune their engines by moving the card up or down a spoke. Louder, faster, meaner. Save your breath, though. The bike rodeo's coming, and they're judging more than just noise. A wire basket turns your front end into a pickup bed. Milk from the corner store. Library books. A wobbly pie under a dish towel. The little bottle dynamo kisses the tire and sings when you pedal, feeding that tungsten headlamp a twitchy beam. Chrome fenders throw back the last orange of dusk. A chain guard keeps cuffs clean, mostly. The smell is chain oil and adventure. Street by street, your world gets bigger. Next stop, pre-dawn. The paper route doesn't wait, and neither do barking front porch sentries. The town is all hush and milk trucks. You straddle the top tube, canvas bag digging into your ribs, a stack of rubber-banded news-riding shotgun. Every house is a puzzle. This porch, that step, the mailbox with the loose lid. Dogs interrogate your ankles. You negotiate with liver treats and speed. By sunrise, your shoulders ache, but the bag is light and the pockets are jingly. You learn shortcuts, shadows, and who tips big at Christmas. Nap later. Chalk lines and traffic cones are waiting at the bike rodeo. School lot, Saturday morning. Chalk mazes spider across asphalt. Cones line up like tiny soldiers. A cop in mirrored shades explains hand signals. A PTA mom wields a clipboard like the law. You weave figure eights, brake without skidding, glance over your shoulder without drifting. Someone nails the slow race, balancing like a statue. Bells ring, certificates get stamped with big official ink. The winners grin. The rest vow revenge next year. Celebrate carefully. The sidewalk is about to jam with hopscotch grids and a convoy of clattering skates. Metal strap-on skates spark tiny fireworks, key dangling on a string as ankles wobble toward glory. Hopscotch squares bloom in pastel chalk, numbers smudging under bare toes. Bikes thread the gap, dinging bells and calling, "Left," like miniature streetcars. A near collision turns into a giggling pileup. The broom appears to sweep pebbles, pride, and a bruised grape popsicle. It's crowded, loud, and perfect. Everyone owns 6 inches of the same sidewalk. Peace holds, for now, because someone's about to propose a skid contest and the asphalt is hungry. You sprint, stand, and stomp the coaster brake. Tires scream. Rubber paints a black snake with your name on it. Cheers explode. Someone measures with a foot, then lies by 2 feet. Next, curb hops, front wheel lifts, back wheel clacks, and the crowd groans at a near wipeout. Knees wear badges of courage, pedals tattoo shins, parents shout helmets, and kids pretend they didn't hear. You roll away feeling 10 feet tall and 1 scrape wiser. Decorators assemble. The 4th of July parade wants your bicycle to sparkle. Crepe paper weaves through spokes and candy stripes. Streamers fly from grip. Bags sprout from baskets. A judge's table appears, armed with ribbons and stern nods. The street becomes a drumline of clicking clothespins and baseball card engines. Someone tapes a flashlight to the bars. Another mounts a teddy bear like a figurehead. Firecrackers crackle in the distance. A hot dog smell floats on the breeze. You pedal slow, royal, beaming for photos. When the prizes are handed out, the real win is the roar. Tomorrow, busted tubes and patch kit glory. Upside down bike, handlebars and seat for legs. The wheel comes off with Dad's favorite wrench, which mysteriously returns to his toolbox later than promised. A pan of water becomes a detective. Bubbles tell you where the tube size. Sandpaper scuffs. Glue gets tacky. The patch presses down like a tiny band-aid. You reseat the tire, then pump until your arms burn and the rubber feels like a drum. The fix holds. Independence grows. Celebrate with a soda run. Just keep the caps. They make great driveway tiddlywinks. Kickstand thunk. Bell jingle. The door breathes out cold air and glass bottle perfume. A nickel chorus hits the counter. Orange, grape, cola, root beer with frost freckles. Mr. Patel, or Mr. O'Malley, depending on your block, knows every kid's brand and gossip. You grab a paper sack of penny candy because math is easier when licorice is involved. Caps pry off with a hiss. The first sip sizzles your brain. Bottles clink back for deposit. You pedal home like a delivery hero. Next up, the entire street becomes a party. Sawhorses thump down and suddenly the block belongs to you. Chalk arrows claim lanes. Extension cords slither from living rooms to radios. Folding chairs bloom like aluminum flowers. Somebody's dad directs traffic that doesn't exist, waving a flashlight baton for show. Kids pedal victory laps while moms triangulate shade. Mailboxes become coat hooks. Car hoods become buffets. And front steps become VIP seating. Keep an ear out. The first 45 is about to drop, and the whole street will jump. A squat little turntable sits atop a card table, spinning black lightning. The needle kisses vinyl, and pow! Elvis hips, Little Richard shouts, Chuck Berry grins through your feet. Teenagers practice a brand new, cool, half bashful, half electric. A kid DJ sacks sleeves like poker chips, calling out requests and threats. Every skip is a gasp, every steady groove a green light. Dance floor, wherever your shoes land. Don't wander far. The sack races are forming, and somebody's bringing string for three-legged chaos. Burlap sacks swallow legs and dignity. Hop hop fall erupts down lane one. The three-legged pairs tie themselves together and discover trust the hilarious way. Egg and spoon contenders stare at wobbling yolks like bomb squads. A dad in loafers lunges, trips, saves the egg. Crowd goes wild. Arbiters argue about do-overs until laughter wins. Grass stains bloom. Trophies are bragging rights only. Hydrate quick. The classic games are starting and Red Rover is sharpening its elbows. Hands link, heels dig in, a chant rises. Red Rover, then the thunder run. Thump, thump. Someone breaks through like a hero. Someone ricochets with a grin and a grass skid. Kick the can shuffles the map. Hide and seek hides half the town. The street light blinks awake and a chorus answers. 5 more minutes. Porch lights become clocks. Parents become referees. The radio fades to a slow tune. Not so fast. There's a sales pitch in the garage that's really about dessert. The garage smells like oil and lemon cake, and a hostess pops lids with a satisfying burp as if trapping summer itself. Colors match the Pyrex parade. Leftovers finally have a future. There are demonstrations, door prizes, and whispered arithmetic about sets and paydays. Kids sneak cookie samples. Dads pretend not to hover. The order forms flicker, and suddenly the buffet is unstoppable. Potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, all safe from ants. Speaking of cold, the soda tub's sweating bullets. The metal tub is a glacier in a heat wave, swallowing bottled sodas and clinking them into readiness. Hands fish blindly, shriek at the cold, and surface with orange, grape, cola, victory dripping down elbows. Caps ping off with church key openers, fizz bites, noses. Someone claims they can tell brands blindfolded. Bottle deposits collect in a cardboard box that sags like a hero. Keep your feet moving. The hand jives forming a circle that might just swallow the block. Clap, clap, slap, slap, snap. Palms pat a rhythm that zips through the crowd like static. Parents spin each other with gleeful awkwardness. Kids copy moves and invent worse ones. A jitterbug pair suddenly owns the intersection. Shoes squeaking, smiles sparking. The record ends. The circle demands another spin. Heat lifts from the asphalt like applause. Dusk slides in on a lavender breeze. Someone brings out a coffee can full of long, thin miracles. Stand back. Fire is joining the party. Hiss. Light crawls down a wire and the night blooms into silver grass. Kids trace big cursive letters that hang in memory if not in air. Parents supervise with buckets that nobody intends to use. Someone tries a double sparkler pinwheel and almost invents invents a new haircut. The street becomes a constellation you can hold. When the last sparks fall like fairy dust, everyone blinks at the dark and grins. Don't put the chairs away. The talent show is clearing its throat. A card table becomes a stage. A clamp light becomes Broadway. Acts arrive, harmonica hero, joke-telling cousin, shy ukulele waltz, tap shoes that might be just hard sneakers. Applause is generous, judges non-existent. Then comes the closer. Two uncles doing a magic trick that drops 3 scarves and 1 punchline. It kills anyway. Cameras click, instant photos wave dry. Take a bow, grab your dish. The last ritual's here. The casserole roundup and the pilgrimage of lids. Buffet down to crumbs. People start playing matchmaker. Pyrex seeks rightful owner. Lid seeks lifelong partner. Someone holds a turquoise rectangle like a trophy. Someone else claims the avocado oval by dent and destiny. A stray spoon whispers, "Who am I?" And 3 aunts answer at once. Laughter ricochets, hugs multiply, and the street exhales. Tomorrow the sawhorses will vanish, but not yet. One more slow song, one more wave goodnight, one more memory you'll never misplace. Chairs scrape, sparklers ash out, and the block exhales. Bikes lean like sleeping horses. The radio clicks off. Someone pockets one last bottle cap. The street returns to traffic lines and mailbox duty, but the night keeps humming. You can feel it in your shoes. These were small rituals with big batteries, a grill's glow, a deck of 45s, a shared sidewalk. They stitched neighbors into a net strong enough to catch a whole generation's summers. Maybe your block looked different, but the soundtrack, familiar, laughter, spokes, and screen doors that clap goodnight. If these 30 snapshots lit up your own, tap like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next ride through time. Drop your best 50s backyard, bike, or block party memory in the comments. We'll feature favorites in an upcoming episode, and share this with someone who still knows the taste of frost on a glass bottle.